everyone, and welcome to today's episode of The Schizo Chef. I'm the Schizo Chef, Chef Mireille. If this is your first time joining me, say hello, hi, how are you? So I present recipes from all over the world, and St. Patrick's Day is coming up soon. Believe it or not, even though he's widely celebrated in Ireland, St. Patrick's Day is a much bigger deal here in America than it is in Ireland. Like, I talk to my Irish friends who aren't Irish American, truly from Ireland, and they're like, what is the big deal? They're just so amazed what a big deal it is here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on a recipe. So everybody knows about corned beef and cabbage and soda bread, and maybe shepherd's pie. But there is so much more to Irish cuisine than that. So this is a really just a hearty, very comfort food kind of dish, I find. It's called Colcannon. That's what we're going to today. And it uses really inexpensive ingredients, so it's a very cost-efficient recipe. If you're just joining me, please give me a hey, give me a thumbs up, let me know you're out there. How are you? Hope you're having a fine day. Before we get started, while I'm heating up this oil real quick, I just wanted to make sure that you guys have grabbed your freebies I have for you. Here on my Facebook page, if you're watching on Facebook, on the left-hand side, you're going to see I have a free international pantry list, which is really great because, a lot of people sometimes they're overwhelmed with the list of ingredients when they start cooking international food. So that list is truly great. I just want to get this started because this oil is starting to smoke. So I'm starting by putting in some ham. Now, if you don't have pork, if you don't eat pork, you don't have to use ham. I've also, let me just lower down the flame a little because the oil was smoking. It was a little bit too hot, but that's fine. I often do that. Smoked chicken sausage is a really great alternative to pork, so you can do that. So, and then I'm throwing in a big bunch of scallions, a whole bunch of scallions. So this is really a very springtime dish with it has a lot of green herbs. So go ahead and do that. I'm sorry we went off for a second. My phone, which is connected to my computer, started ringing. I have to remember to turn that off next time. It's still ringing. It's okay. It's going to go away in a second. So in the meantime, though, we're going to go ahead and we're just frying up now that it's settled down a little. I'm going to raise back up the heat. So we're just going to basically fry them up till they get nice and golden brown. The ham, you just want to brown the meat a bit. As I was saying, so I've got an international pantry checklist, which is really great because I have it separated by genre of food. So I have a list for Asian food, for African food, for Middle Eastern food, for Caribbean food, South American. And what I have, the way I did it is I have first an essential 7. So if you're just getting started, make sure you have those 7 ingredients, and pretty much that's going to get you started on being able to cook any dish with the flavors of that cuisine. And then after that, I have a much more comprehensive list where as you slowly get comfortable cooking the cuisine, you can just add more. So we're going to go ahead. This is getting nice and brown. Even though it's not continuous brown yet, I'm going to add the cabbage now. And we have to cook the cabbage till it gets nice and soft. So this is going to take a few minutes here. So while this cabbage is cooking down, let me see, I have it on the highest heat possible. I want to cook this as fast as possible for you. The other freebie you can get is travel. I'm a food and travel blogger. And so I've really been putting a lot of great travel content out there. And I have a trip planning guide there for you. So that's really great to help you really get the most bang out of your buck. I want you to be able to travel the world, go on amazing vacations, And with some few tips and guides there, you'll be able to do that without like busting the bank. You know, you can budget for it. So I think it's a really helpful guide. What else I have going on? So definitely get those links on the left-hand side. There's a new post on the blog coming out tonight. So I discovered the only Laotian restaurant in New York City. Bet you didn't know we had Lao food in New York. You know, everyone knows Thai food. Recently, Malaysian food has gotten more popular. I mean, everybody knows about roti canai, right? But Lao food, which is this great combination, is very similar to Vietnamese. But it's got some great flavor, really spicy though. Being too spicy for you, because it's up to you how much of their hot sauce, which is called bang bang, you want to add. It's completely up to you. So just go ahead. I'm gonna have a restaurant review. I went twice to that restaurant in the last month. If I'm going to, with all the various restaurants that New York City has to offer, if I'm going there twice in 1 month, you know it's really good. Okay, so cabbage cooks really fast. To tell you the truth, my cabbage is softened already. You can also use kale. So kale is another vegetable that's commonly used in Colcannon. So if you prefer kale to cabbage, you can definitely use kale instead. What else? So even spinach, even though I've never really finished, you know, any vegetable that's springy and tender and cooks quickly and is kind of leafy, I think would be great. What else? Sorrel would be a great vegetable. Any kind of chard, you know, even collard greens, even though I know collard greens I don't think is very popular in Ireland. You know, I try to teach you guys, I hope, to cook, not to follow a recipe. So I always say a recipe should not be a Bible, but it should be a guide. So maybe you don't like cabbage. That doesn't mean you can't try this dish. You can make it your own, okay? So now I'm going to add some chives. I like chives. Chive isn't absolutely necessary, but I just love the oniony flavor that it brings to it. And sometimes I go to the Chinese, the Asian markets, where I can also get garlic chives, so it adds some great flavor. So there we have this, and this is done. This part of the dish is all cooked down. Now I'm going to show you how we put our colcannon together. So over here, I have some potatoes. I'm just going to unplug this real quick so it's easier for me to move aside. Okay, so here we have some mashed potatoes. So just potatoes, peeled potatoes, cooked in boiling water till tender, and then they were whipped with a little bit of butter, heavy cream, and milk. So they're nice and soft and smooth and luscious, okay? So then now we're just going to add all of our vegetables in. This is gonna take a while. I should have gotten a bigger spoon or a better spoon to transfer it, but it'll be okay. I hope you guys will be patient while I transfer all this in. Okay, so in fact, I'm not gonna necessarily transfer all of it in. I can always do that later. I don't wanna keep you here in the middle of your day unnecessarily. And thank you so much for all of you guys who joined me live. I know it's taking a part of your day. Also, for those of you who are watching the replay, let me know if you'd prefer evening. I really would like to get much more people on. You guys could ask questions and do all of that. So let me know, because if I get a majority of you or a bunch of you who are saying, I'd love to catch you live, but I'm working in the middle of the day, evening is much better, I'll definitely switch my weekly lives to evenings. So definitely give me a heads up and let me know. Okay, that's about all. And all you're doing is then folding it in to your mashed potatoes, all that lovely cabbage and ham. You're folding that in, and also you're adding at this point some fresh parsley. So I'm not going to use all of it. because I want to say, and also you're seasoning it really well. Potatoes need a lot of salt. And I didn't season it before, so I'm going to put potatoes just need a lot of salt and a little bit of black pepper just for a little spice. And bring that in. And we're just folding in our cabbage and our ham. And hey, if you want to keep it vegetarian, just totally omit the ham. You know, that's totally fine. It still makes, to me, this is just a great comfort food kind of dish. So we're gonna just go ahead, and I'm making a little bit of a mess. I should have had a bigger bowl, but I'm preparing something else, and my big bowl was in use. You know, I do more than this. You know, I'm preparing some other recipes and videos. There's a new, I haven't done it in several weeks, but there's going to be a new Tasty Thursday video put out. So you're going to want to catch that. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be an Irish recipe too. There you go. It's all folded in. And let's take our plate and have our Colcannon. And if that's not the perfect comfort food, and even though so much spring stuff, the chive, the scallions, and parsley, it doesn't feel heavy when you're eating it. It actually feels quite light. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a close-up there so you see the Colcannon. So there it is, you have Colcannon. Once you have your mashed potatoes done, it comes together really quickly. And that's today. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit on my little logo that's going to be on your screen and subscribe, and have a great week. And I will see you, let me see, anything else? Oh, don't forget, guys, tonight, remember, I also go Facebook Live, 8:30 p.m. for Travel Tip Tuesday, and we're going to talk all about trip insurance, whether you should get it, whether you shouldn't, is it worth it, all of that kind of good stuff, what I've learned from going on vacations where I've had trip insurance and when I haven't, and whether, and how I ended up in the hospital in Bangkok. Really interesting story. So check that out. And if not, I will see you next Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your week.